Good afternoon, guys. Bill McMillan here with NDWX.com, and we've been talking about this pattern change coming up here for several days, and it's still looking likely that we're going to see an expanding area of high pressure and associated really heat dome, if you will, developing over the southeastern region, and as we've been discussing, it's going to migrate west and northwest with time going into the weekend. What that's going to do is, in addition to providing the warmest temperatures so far this summer, is it's going to really keep us in a relatively active pattern in regards to shower and thunderstorm complexes moving from the northwest to the southeast. The first of which is going to arrive in here tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow night, and a few of those may be severe, primarily containing a damaging wind threat. So we'll take a look at a couple of different products here in just a minute. Right now, though, we wanted to take a look at the upper air pattern for the majority of the week, and what we've got is an area of high pressure that is going to continue to expand. We're calling it heat builds across the southeast, and originally across the southeast, but this is going to reach into the Midwest, including us here in the central Indiana region here over the weekend. We think 90s are a good bet this weekend. For the time being, cool weather will back northwest. The coolest air will be featured across the northwestern portion of the country, but as so many times this summer, what we're going to be looking at is a pattern change once again as we go into the last few days of August that promises to deliver cool air back in here to the Ohio Valley. We really can't get any sort of prolonged, long-lasting heat wave for our particular region. I'm not complaining about that. I'm sure you're probably not either. While this is going to be the most significant heat that we've dealt with this summer, the demise of the heat is already being forecast now as a trough returns to the Ohio Valley region to wrap up August and head into September. So let's take a look at some of the short-term data first. And I want to pull up the Storm Prediction Center. Currently, and this just updated here, currently outlines central and southern Indiana for a slight risk of severe weather Tuesday. Primarily, again, the thunderstorms that we're going to track in here tomorrow evening and to tomorrow night will contain damaging straight-line winds. So as we go to your latest forecast radar product off of the high-resolution NAM, we're going to start this out around 7 o'clock Tuesday. 7 o'clock Tuesday night, and we're going to put this into motion, and you're going to notice scattered to numerous, strong to potentially severe thunderstorms moving into central Indiana late tomorrow into tomorrow night, early Wednesday. We think the majority of the severe threat is going to really be described as a damaging straight-line wind event. This is going to be a localized event, but there will be some embedded severe thunderstorms that do develop and could contain straight-line damaging winds. So we'll keep a close eye on this. Tomorrow we'll have a fresh forecast update posted tomorrow morning and outline the latest thinking in regards to the potential severe weather and in particular damaging wind threat on Tuesday night. So be looking for that in the morning. The latest Weather Prediction Center really shows quite nicely the expanding area of high pressure and associated heat across the south central, a very active pattern around the northern and northeastern periphery of that heat. Numerous thunderstorm complexes will track northwest to southeast with time over the week, and each will have to deal with some fine-tuning as these thunderstorm complexes organize to our northwest throughout the week, the first of which, of course, comes tomorrow. Locally heavy rainfall will certainly be an issue, and again, the embedded severe weather risk, primarily from a damaging straight-line wind component as well. Now, the next thing we want to talk about is the big-time heat that develops this weekend. We forecast lower 90s both Saturday and Sunday across central Indiana. We're looking at the GFS forecast highs on Sunday right here now, forecasting low to mid 90s across central Indiana. Now, we definitely think we're going to reach the lower 90s Saturday and Sunday with humidity levels very, very high. Heat index values will approach the 100-degree mark as we go into the weekend. So certainly the hottest weather we've seen so far this summer. Now that said, it's not going to last, and some of our mid and longer range model data is already really focusing in here on a cooler pattern developing across the plains and expanding into the Ohio Valley as we move into the last few days of August and open up September. This is a look at the latest Canadian NAIFS forecasting a widespread area of below normal temperatures with relatively high probability across the northern plains extending into the Ohio Valley. And the European forecast model and ensembles also show this very well here. The ensemble here on the left is showing the trough beginning to establish itself once again across the east while the ridge backs west. The operational run actually is a little more emphatic about that eastern trough coming in here to wrap up the month of August. So certainly we'll be keeping an eye on that, and so similar to what we've been dealing with all summer. While we've seen little periods of warmer temperatures, certainly this upcoming weekend will be the hottest we've seen all summer, the demise of the heat is already forecast really before it even begins. So nothing new there. Latest NDWX.com 7-day forecast is out. We forecast a scattering of showers Tuesday really through Saturday. Periods of showers and thunderstorms. It's not going to rain the entire time by any means. But we will have locally heavy downpours, and we'll have to monitor individual thunderstorm complexes as they move through the region. We'll focus tomorrow on the severe weather threat with that damaging straight-line wind component. We forecast afternoon highs in the middle 80s Tuesday. Big-time heat develops over the weekend. 90 degrees is our forecast high Friday. 92 Saturday, the warmest of the stretch coming Sunday, 93. Humidity will be high as well with heat index values close to 100. Guys, we appreciate you logging on to NDWX.com. We'll keep you updated on the potential severe weather threat later on tonight and with a fresh update coming Tuesday morning. Have a great night.